Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earle from Earle Sports Bets and Picks and Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. Today, we've got 5 games to talk about, 2 in the NBA, 3 in college basketball. We'll give out all those 5 picks in just a minute. Before we jump into it, if you guys are interested in checking out all of the plays, which there will be more on the website, you can get the NBA Pass 1 week, $70, month pass, $200. At picksandparlays.net/Tim. And you can get the exact same thing for college basketball if you're more interested in college basketball. Me personally, I would highly recommend college basketball right now. We're getting into tournament time, almost to the bracket, and we're putting out a lot of plays, a lot of volume there. If you guys are more interested in volume, go after college basketball. If you guys are more interested in a couple plays a day, NBA works for you guys. But lots and lots of plays coming out on in college basketball, so lots of stuff to talk about. We'll go ahead and start in the NBA today. We'll start with the Hornets hosting the Suns. Suns are 10-point favorites. We do not have a total as I'm recording this at 9 o'clock at night. And when I looked at this one, Kevin Durant should be making his Suns debut tomorrow. And that means I'm grabbing the Hornets. Whenever a big star player comes in, makes his debut, or a big star player comes back from injury, I always like to fade that team off the first rip. And I'm not saying that the Hornets win this game outright, but I think the Hornets will cover that 10-point spread. We'll go ahead and grab Charlotte plus the points. Brooklyn is taking on the Knicks. The Knicks are 6.5-point favorites. 223.5 is the total in this one. And these are two teams going in the opposite direction right now. The Nets, after trading everybody, have lost 7 out of their last 10. They're going to be on a second leg of a back-to-back against a Knicks team that's going to be a little bit more rested and playing a lot better basketball. I think the Knicks win this one by double digits. They're really starting to round into form, and I don't know if they're going to necessarily – I don't think they're quite there to be competitive in the East in terms of making it to an Eastern Conference Finals or anything, but I think they're going to be able to make a little bit of noise in the playoffs, push a team to 6-7 games, but I think the Knicks will continue their success. I'll grab them minus the 6 and a hook versus the Nets. We'll go ahead and head over to college basketball. We'll start off with some Big East action as Xavier heads to Providence. Providence is a 3.5-point favorite. 154.5 is the total. And I'm just going to go and back the team that's 15-0 at home this year, 10-5 against the spread. I'm grabbing Providence. I think they're the better team. They're currently ranked slightly 3 rankings lower than Xavier, but I'm going to go ahead and grab them. They cover the spread more, and that 15-0 home record definitely helps out. I'm going to take Providence minus the 3 and a hook. We'll go to the team that's currently number 1 in the ACC, and that is Pittsburgh, and they are finally ranked. I think they're on the outskirts, 24-25, but they're finally ranked. They're 4.5-point favorites in Notre Dame, and This one's a stinky one. We're grabbing Notre Dame. This is a Pittsburgh team that's 8-2 in their last 10 against a Notre Dame team that's 1-9 in their last 10, and it's only a 4.5. You get a team that's 21-8 against a team that's 10-19. It's only a 4.5. I know it's in Notre Dame, but I think this line should be a lot wider. Give me Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame wins this game outright. This one's actually one of my favorite plays of the day. Taking some Irish plus the 4.5. Final game that we'll look at is a battle of Texas when Texas and TCU face off against each other. TCU, 2.5-point favorite. 149.5 is the total. You get a top 10 team and they're a dog. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and give me TCU in this one. I think they get the job done. Whenever I see a top 10 team that's a dog, I know TCU is ranked. They're only ranked 22nd. So they're on the lower part of that. It's close to an unranked versus ranked situation, and TCU is favored in this game. A lot of people will see Texas as a dog and want to go after them. I say nay. We're going to go and take TCU minus the 2.5. Quick recap of all the games. Charlotte plus the 10. Knicks minus the 6.5. Providence minus the 3.5. Notre Dame plus the 4.5. And, of course, TCU minus 2 and a hook. That is all the games. Once again, if you guys are interested in buying all the plays from the site, $70 week pass, $200 month pass for either one of the sports, NBA and college basketball. picksandparlays.net/Tim for all of those. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in college basketball and in the NBA. Good luck, guys.